He is not good at all. He's awful. He's just awful.
What do NBA legends think of the Ball brothers? Greetings, Hoops fans, and welcome to Hoop Nation. In today's video, we're going to cover what NBA legends think of the Ball family. We'll start with the eldest, Lonzo, then cover Liangelo, and end with the rookie phenom, Lamelo. If you're not a subscriber, now's your chance. We're getting ready to announce some huge giveaways soon, and we don't want you to miss out. And if you haven't watched our older videos about Lamelo, be sure to check out our Lamelo series. Let's get into it. Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's the eldest of the Ball brothers and the first to come into prominence. After an extremely productive season with the UCLA Bruins, he was selected as the second overall pick of the 2017 NBA draft by the Los Angeles Lakers. During his 2 seasons with the Lakers, despite the fact that Lonzo showed only glimpses of his extreme talent and unique skills, he failed to meet what was expected of him on a regular basis. He was eventually traded to the Pelicans as part of a deal that saw Anthony Davis landing in LA. Lonzo's NBA career so far has been consistent and full of flashy moments, but at this point, he's nowhere near reaching his full potential, averaging 10.8 points, 6.5 assists, and 6 rebounds while playing 32.3 minutes per game. Magic Johnson. Lonzo received both praise and criticism from various sources, especially during his tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers. Irvin Magic Johnson, a 3-time NBA regular season and playoffs MVP and lord of 5 championship rings, one of the greatest basketball players that ever played the game, was the president of basketball operations of the Los Angeles Lakers in 2017, and he was actually the man that drafted Lonzo Ball. Magic never stopped standing behind his decision to draft Lonzo, even during some of his most recent interviews after he was traded to the Pelicans. He couldn't stop praising him while they were both in LA. Shortly after Lonzo was drafted, Magic introduced him to the team saying, "He's the new face of the Lakers, the guy who I think will lead us back to where we want to get to." His comments during the following weeks and months in various media put even more pressure on Lonzo's shoulders. He has greatness written all over him. Now he just has to go out and push himself, and we will too. When you draft Lonzo Ball, a pass-first point guard, someone whose basketball IQ is off the charts, you know you have someone that creates havoc, someone that creates shots, someone that makes everyone around him better. We've been missing that. With Lonzo Ball at the point guard, this is going to be beautiful basketball to watch. Shawn Marion. During an appearance on The Full 48 with Howard Beck, Marion compared the Ball brothers to budding superstar Luka Doncic. I got a chance to watch Lonzo play. I'll say this one thing in comparison. Lonzo Ball, I think he has his own. He's like Luka. They have their own way. They have their own drive. They have their own pace. Watching Luka, you cannot speed him up. His physical coordination is amazing, and he has another gear he can go. And he takes that challenge and loves that challenge. When I watch Lonzo Ball and Lamelo Ball, I think they have their own pace. They know how to control the tempo of the game. They know the tempo of the game, and I feel like they know exactly what the team needs and the time the team needs it. This means they know how to dictate and control the pace of the game. It's very rare to see young guys understand that, the temperament of the game like that. I'm not saying every time he makes a pass it's going to be automatically an assist, but he knows when the tempo is getting out of control to a degree, and he knows how to slow it down. That's very rare. That's really hard to see. And his passing for his size and how he's able to deliver the ball right in the pocket for guys to shoot the ball is pretty dynamic and really unique. Kevin Durant. On the most recent episode of his podcast, which featured Lavar Ball as the guest, Nets forward Kevin Durant discussed the new-look Pelicans and how dangerous they could be this season. I think having Zoe at the lead guard will make them a little faster, and obviously having Zion with that athleticism, but having Ingram too at that wing that can be that go-to scorer for them. I think they're going to have a nice balance, you know what I'm saying, of playing a slowed down fourth quarter game and playing that fast-paced game. They already play with that pace, but now having even Bledsoe in there, they can put Bledsoe at that 2 guard with Zoe and play even faster and run up the court with Zion at the 4. You know what I mean? They got so many different lineups out there, and having Zoe at that lead guard, they're going to be tough. Kendrick Perkins. The latest person to share his thoughts on Ball was Kendrick Perkins, a retired NBA player best known for his time with the Boston Celtics, where he won a championship in 2008. In the most recent episode of ESPN's The Jump, Perkins bluntly called Ball a bust. This is who he is. He's not a superstar. He's not a star. He was the number 2 pick with high expectations from his father and everybody else. And to me, he's a bust because this is not number 2 production. A number 2 pick. This is not what you draft with the number 2 pick. You draft a guy number 2 because he outlets and gives up the ball early? Come on, man. We're not doing that. Yikes. Perk didn't hold back at all. What are your thoughts? Is Lonzo a bust? Liangelo Ball. Okay, now on to the middle child, Liangelo aka Jello. Liangelo Ball was born on November the 24th, 1998, and he's the only Ball brother that went undrafted. He was never even considered to be a top recruit or an actual draft prospect, especially after his incident at UCLA. In 2018, he played for a bit professionally in Lithuania along with his brother Lamelo. That move was heavily criticized and sparked major controversy. The family didn't stay in Lithuania for too long. We won't even bother mentioning Liangelo's stint with the Los Angeles Ballers. Whew, yikes. He then unsuccessfully tried his luck in the G League, and on December the 2nd, 2020, Liangelo was signed to a training camp contract by the Detroit Pistons before being waived a few days later without even playing. Given the fact, it's pretty clear that his basketball career so far has been, to put it mildly, totally unremarkable. Lavar Ball. Although Lavar isn't an NBA legend, he's his father, so let's hear him out. Lavar Ball's been known to have some outlandish comments, but sometimes he does speak facts. Take these 2 comments for example. On one hand, he thinks Jello is God's gift to basketball, and on the other, he doesn't believe he has what it takes. On ESPN's The Truth podcast, Lavar said, Liangelo would actually become the better player if given a chance in the NBA this season. Lamelo Ball will be the Rookie of the Year. Only way he won't is if an NBA team lets Jello. He'll average 27 points. No 2 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I'm talking about letting him play. Play. He's always been a scorer. He's got a big body, durable. He's got both legs working. He's been killing folks on one leg. Let that sucker play and he won't let his little brother win Rookie of the Year. But according to GQ's Zach Barron, Lavar doesn't expect Liangelo to make it to the NBA, but suggested he won't have to worry about struggling financially if he doesn't. I told my boys that one of them wasn't going to make it, because if you've got 3, only 1, maybe 2 make it to the NBA, Ball said, adding that Liangelo is going to be taken care of either way. Seems like even Lavar doesn't know what to expect with Jello. As for ESPN analysts, NBA personalities and NBA legends, I think it's pretty clear how they feel about him.
He can shoot the ball okay, but he's not a great athlete, can't put the ball on the floor. His size is good for a 2-guard, but he doesn't have the athleticism to be a good 2-guard.
He is not good at all. He's awful. He's just awful.
Lamelo Ball. First off, if you haven't seen our video, What NBA Players Think About Lamelo Ball, be sure to watch it right after this video. It's a video specifically about Melo. We'll link it at the very end so you can watch it after this. Anyway, Lamelo's the youngest of the Ball brothers, and as of this very moment, he's an early leading candidate for the Rookie of the Year award for the current season, especially after he became the youngest player ever to record a triple-double. Despite the fact that, similar to his brothers, he received early nationwide recognition mostly due to his father's shenanigans, Lamelo was always considered to be a top prospect, being an excellent offensive weapon at the high school level that once scored 92 points in a high school game as a sophomore. Lamelo was drafted as the 2nd pick of the 2020 draft, thus making history, as he and Lonzo are the only 2 brothers ever to be drafted in the top 3 draft spots in the NBA. So what are NBA players saying about him? In our older video, we mostly talked about people's opinions of him before the league, but what's their take on him now after he's worn an NBA jersey? After his triple-double. After he became the youngest NBA player to ever record a triple-double, many players were ecstatic and felt the need to congratulate him on the various social media, like his teammates PJ Washington and Miles Bridges, who tweeted, "My boy Roy easily," and "Congrats brother, only up from here." Or Trae Young, who shared the court with Ball on that night, congratulating him after the win. Even LeBron James took a screenshot of Melo beating his own record saying, "Tough, congrats little bro." Lamelo also managed to impress one of the most spectacular and entertaining players to ever play the game, the human highlight film Dominique Wilkins, who said, "It's pretty amazing. I didn't know what type of player he was going to turn out to be. I knew he had some size, he had ball handling ability and passing ability, but he's much, much more. He is a special talent, and at 19 years old, to do what he's done not just tonight, but every night he gets on the floor, he's being a factor out there on the floor. He's a lot better than I ever thought. He's going to be a really, really great player." Jay Williams. When talking about LaMelo on the Bart and Hahn show on February the 9th, NBA legend Jay Williams interrupted and said, "I am so happy to see LaMelo get to start. He's got to start. Just unleash him, man. Let that kid do what he does because he is a hooper. He's the best Ball brother, and he might become the social media superstar we thought Zion Williamson was going to be, but he actually has the complete skill set." Donavon Mitchell. We all know Donavon Mitchell is a phenomenal player, unless you're Shaq, of course, who had that awkward exchange on live TV for saying he wasn't that great. He's been a star in the league for a little while now and knows a thing or two about talented players. When asked about the talented rookie, Mitchell responded by saying, "Man, he's good. I'm very impressed with not just his playmaking ability, his competitiveness, but his joy. I don't think I've ever seen him not smile throughout the entire game, and I think that's something I do. He's very talented. He can do many different things. He's the real deal." Gordon Hayward. LaMelo's teammates are the first people to talk about how great he is. Ever since he joined the team, all of them have had high praise for the 19-year-old. Who wouldn't? He makes their life easier. When asked about Melo's game, teammate Gordon Hayward compared him to some huge NBA names. He's got great size. More than anything, he has a great feel for the game. It's kind of like, to me, he's got that same feel as Luka Doncic or Russell Westbrook, where they are just around the ball and the ball kind of just comes to them. With rebounds and being able to make the right plays and always kind of being at that right position, to me, he has that same type of feel and energy for the game. I think he's going to be really good. Not bad. Imagine being compared to Luka, the legend Doncic, and or Russell Westbrook at that age. Unreal. Luka Doncic. Speaking of the legend, after their first matchup, Luka was asked his first impressions and asked to give the rookie some advice. This is what he had to say. "I mean, he's great, and he had a great game today too. If they keep giving him more and more chances to show himself, I think he's going to be great in this league. My advice is for him to enjoy the game you know. Not everybody can play in the NBA. Just enjoy the game. I know some nights are going to be tough, but just keep going and have fun in every game." What do you think? Is Lamelo Ball going to be a great player? Is he going to be an all-star soon? Is his brother Lonzo going to get a lucrative contract this summer and finally elevate to an all-star level himself? Is Liangelo Ball going to get his first NBA minutes? Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you're a Luka or LaMelo fan, be sure to check out our Luka and LaMelo playlists. And until next time, keep loving this game.